Hi, I'm Borkon. Glad to have you here. Welcome back. And today I suspect we're gonna have a relatively slow episode. I've been doing so much redstone and farm design recently that I thought we need something slower. And also, we kind of need to finish the scaffolding on the base. This will happen probably in an hour because I'm gonna be doing a live stream tonight. I actually haven't told anybody, which might be a terrible idea. And finishing the scaffolding. But before that, I thought we would do a few other things. Or actually, I will show you a few other things I've done. I kind of figured that it might be fun to start with shaders on. And let me get some fireworks here. Do the intros with shaders. And yeah, I know, I forgot to make a map of episode 95. But I think the simple conclusion is that nothing has happened on the island. Or has it? No, nothing particular has happened on the island in the past 5 episodes. Everything we've done was somewhere else. So I guess episode 90 map is also the episode 95 map. And I probably need to start extending these maps as well. We might do a map at the end of the episode if something changes. We'll see. But I want to show you a couple of things I've done over the past few weeks that I haven't shown you yet that has happened here. And a few of them were done actually during live streams. And let's see where the shaders are actually confusing me, but I definitely want to keep the shaders because yes, this is where we're going. We need to go to the pumpkin farm and the Neverwort farm, and Space Eagle just suggested pumpkin words on the stream as the name. Yeah, that works. So let's just use it. And it's actually another thing I wanted to show you is how awesome these tunnels look with shaders. Let's take a longer tunnel. We actually need to go to the pumpkin area, which is in the same direction as the drowned farm. But yeah, this is a longer tunnel. Let's do a ride in a longer tunnel with shaders just to get blinded by the blinking lights. Isn't this awesome? I think this is awesome. I think this is looking absolutely amazing. It actually looks like you were as if you were riding a train. If you ever took a train through a tunnel that is well lit up or like with lights, that's the way it looks like. Yeah, let's not go all the way to the end because I think it's 4,000 blocks in that direction because that's where the Blaze farm is. But let's go to the Neverwort farm because things have happened there. And if you were looking carefully, you might have seen at the end of the previous episode that something has already happened in the pumpkin farm, but I didn't talk about it because that episode ended up way too long. And that's why I also think it might be a good idea to make a shorter episode this time. I'm not slacking off. The big build for which I built the Neverwort farm, well, it is progressing. The design is almost ready, but I don't want to promise how ready it is because, well, I thought it would be ready 2 weeks ago and it still is missing a few things. I'm not perfectly happy with it. Hopefully it will happen next week, but I won't promise anything, and I won't promising anything to myself because I kind of want to be satisfied with it before I commit to building it because it's a huge build and I'm not gonna redo it if I make a mistake. But let's go to the pumpkin words. But yeah, this happened. Do we need to sleep? Kind of need to sleep soon. Although this area, like, look how great this looks in the sunset. I don't remember if I have the mob switch on or not. I have lit it up a little bit. It's still not walkable from the portal to the pumpkin farm. Not exactly sure how I want to solve this. Probably need to build some path. But yeah, there is a building here. It's similar to the pumpkin building, except it's made out of red nether bricks and, well, different colors on everything. That's it, basically. But I like it. It's a nice building. And I just noticed that I put the beacon wrong. The beacon is in the middle of the actual farm, but it's not in the middle of the building. And yes, that's a little dirty secret we have here. The farm is an even amount of blocks wide, while the building is an odd number of blocks wide. Oh, hello, phantoms. Yeah, okay. Okay, I'll sleep. I'll sleep. Go away. We did this building on a stream, designed it, implemented it, did the math. I actually, the shape of the arches that are hanging here is very, very carefully calculated because the arches here are circular and they're just looking wrong. I don't know. Maybe it's just my eyes that are complaining about them, but like the arches here don't look right because they are circular here and straight down there, and it just looks very, very odd. While the arches here, look at them. They are different, but they are looking more correct. They are not perfect, but they are looking more correct. There are little oddness here, and I'm not sure how I can fix it. Maybe if I replace this with a stair, let's steal a stair from that. Actually, let's steal a stair from this side and fix it on the other side. I don't have any materials right now. This is me improvising, improving the building. And I think it is this or this bit. It's this bit that is looking odd. So if I replace it with a stair, does that improve the shape? And the shape of these arches is maybe better. I'm not perfectly happy with that. The shape of these arches is a parabola and not a circle. That's why it's looking good, because that's a much more natural... That's the way a normal engineer would design an arch like this. You would never use a circle. You would definitely use a parabola because it's just structurally much better. And apparently this looks better to human eyes. Like we can see if a structure would hold up or not. I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking about stuff that I don't understand. Let's take back the stair to where it belongs. I might do it on all of them because it might make sense, but let's not leave this structure injured. And I really, really like this. So over here, we use chains because we were in 1.16 and chains was the only thing that we could use that would look like this. And well, it actually does look nice with end rods and chains, but here, instead, this is looking awesome. As some kind of pipes, you can just use lightning rods as some kind of pipes that are holding, metal-looking pipes that are holding a structure together. Might add actually more of them on the sides as well to make this whole thing look good. But yeah, I am liking this. If we're building more farms in this area, they will be using a similar kind of design like this. And let's just see. It looks good even without shaders. But yeah, I'm gonna prepare a live stream now, and hopefully we'll finish the tentacles, or at least, well, take a bite out of the tentacles, because I don't know how many hours it's gonna take to finish them. It might take 20 hours. Who knows? See you in a while. So yeah, this is another of the big tentacles, more or less fully done. So the big tentacles. Should I turn off? No, I can't really turn off the scaffolding right now. We're gonna look at this without the scaffolding. So the big tentacles, right, are the 4 big ones that I have under my base, and I actually noticed while we were doing the live stream yesterday, I noticed that this one isn't actually fully built. I thought it was fully finished, but it isn't, because each tentacle, and I need to land somewhere so I can explain this properly. So this tentacle here needs to cover the entire sphere between this entrance and this entrance, more or less the middle of the entrance. So if we look at this one, now we can turn off the scaffolding, because I don't want to turn off the scaffolding because it doesn't disappear, right? It's still there. I can't fly through it, and I smash my face into it. So this tentacle here should cover everything from this entrance to that entrance, and I actually noticed that it is extending far, far in, so I maybe did a mistake there. But it should cover around a quarter of the sphere. And this one here, the second tentacle and the one that we worked on the most yesterday, it goes, you can see it starts around here and it goes all the way to the other entrance. So slightly less than half the sphere is covered. Maybe this one should expand a little bit more in this direction. I don't know, but it is a good start. It is an enormous amount of work to put all these things down. Just for reference, and let's turn on the scaffolding just so that we know what's going on. So in the 2.5 hours you saw in the time lapse, we had a full shulker box of scaffolding in the beginning. So we use over 20 stacks of scaffolding just to, well, to be able to reach all the bits here. It's quite mad, but I like this progress. But of course, we're not going to finish this today. This is a long-term project. I was hoping that maybe if I put in just 3 intense hours into it, I could do more than 1 tentacle, but it is pretty impossible. I want to tackle another project today, though. And that project is down here. I have this enormous area under my base, and it's ugly. I want to just clean it up. That's it. Nothing more complicated than that. Just clean it up, maybe put in a sane floor here, maybe light it up properly because it's not properly lit up. I just don't like this area, and something needs to be done. I don't think this will be a time-lapse. I will just show you the end result around now. And ta-da! Well, something needed to be done. This is something, so it had to be done. I did this because I had this silly idea. I have tons of these azalea saplings, right? The flowering and normal azalea saplings. And, well, they have a top you can walk on. And they behave like a normal block, so I just thought I would make a floor out of them. I'm not sure if this was a good idea. The sea lanterns are kind of bright and standing out here. Everything else is looking kind of fine. I don't really have a good entrance into this area other than the hole here that I still haven't fixed, even though the hole has been around for a while. I'm now thinking, what am I gonna do with this? This is now looking okay. It's not looking great yet, especially because of the fires there. The fires there are supposed to be visible from the outside, if anybody remembers how I've been obsessing about that, right? It's those little fires on just peeking out through the edges here. So I probably need to hide them. Maybe even insert a normal ceiling here, which would add another floor to each tentacle. Oh, so many possibilities, but I have not much I can do in here. Now that I think back a little bit, this is probably where I should have put the bamboo farm instead of putting it literally in here. It is behind this wall. Maybe I should have a door here. Oh, there's some redstone here. Right, this is the bamboo farm. The new one. The copper has been oxidizing nicely. This looks much better with the oxidized copper. I knew it would. It's still a little bit simplistic as a wall, but better. But what should I put in here? And also, what should I do about the sea lanterns? Actually, for the sea lanterns, I'm gonna steal an idea. I think I'm gonna steal an idea. I've seen Impulse SV on the Hermitcraft. I think it was him or someone on Hermitcraft, at least in a video. I've seen them put the glow lichen on top of sea lanterns to make them look a little bit more organic. I'm hoping I have some glow lichen somewhere, and that might work. I don't have a farm. Hey, that might actually be our redstone project for today, because I can't make an episode. Yeah, I have some glow lichen. Yeah, let's make a glow lichen farm in my new. Well, I was about to say temporary, but it's not really. My new area that I didn't even expect to have. This is the perfect place for like one-off farms. Farms that you're gonna use once or twice and never again. And a glow lichen farm definitely fits that description. Let's see if that's the idea of putting the glow lichen on. Oh, yes. That definitely mellows them out and makes them a little less aggressive. So yes, this definitely needs to be done. Okay, let's design a glow lichen farm. I'm gonna try to figure out the mechanics here. I'm assuming dispenser and bone meal, right? It's usually something like that. We have a dispenser here. Actually, can I have the glow lichen on the dispenser? I think that's how Ilmango did it. We put the glow lichen here. We have bone blocks here. So that means bone meal. It's a nice floor, this. I don't think this was a terrible idea. You can put things on it. I don't think these behave in any weird way. But right, how do we do this? Let's just try with a button. And I think the glow lichen needs somewhere to grow. Right, let's not overdo this too much. I just want to see that the idea holds. So we put bone meal here, push the button here, and the glow lichen generated on one of the walls. Now it generated on 2 walls. And now it kind of spreads weirdly. But it is basically 1 bone meal per... Yeah, it's 1 bone meal per output, so this is just silly. It's a while... Oh, wait a minute. Did that really happen? So it breaks... I was trying to break that block here. This block. But it broke all of them. Aha! That is the issue that we need to try to solve. A block above somehow? See? We want to place it like this. Oopsie, that's not what I wanted to do. Right. Bam! I said I didn't want to do live redstone, and here we are. No. Okay, that doesn't work. Then this one now will be spreading up there. Yes. So if we spam this, I can just keep removing the blocks that generate in there probably fast enough. Since it takes 1 bone meal, 1 bone meal gives 1 glow lichen. Can't we just do something like this? So, yeah, now we detect that the glow lichen has grown, and I need to detect that I have broken it. Right? Detect that it has grown. That's uninteresting. This is interesting. Just put a sticky piston here. And observer there. And that's what I didn't want. The observer should be in this state. And it got completely out of sync. So it wasn't that simple, but that's probably the general idea of what I should be doing here. Or is it this simple? Do I even need these blocks? I probably don't need these blocks. I could speed this up by having more dispenser spamming bone meal, but that feels completely unnecessary. If I'm harvesting this too much, that doesn't work. I probably need a better mechanism to trigger the dispenser every other time, because this clearly goes out of sync. It's so close to being actually a functional farm without much effort. Okay, so I need a better pulse divider than this. That's it. I'll fiddle with this, see if I can figure out a better pulse divider. Right, that was completely unnecessary thinking. I don't need a pulse divider. I don't need anything like that. I just need something like this. Just straight redstone dust into the dispenser. So as soon as I break this, bam, it makes another one. So, and with a better shears, I have shears with efficiency, unbreaking, and mending. I can just stand here. That's it. We don't need a more complicated farm than this. And now I definitely, like, this is a fast enough farm that it's probably just makes sense that I pick it up manually. And yeah, we have used up all the bone meal. And I have enough glow lichen to do what I was planning to do, which is this. Bam, 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 bam. Simple enough. Right, and I just thought of a much simpler version of that. I think this will work too, maybe? So I covered it with buttons just so the glow lichen doesn't grow everywhere. And, well, it's supposed to be, like, if I bone meal this glow lichen, it should just grow on this observer because it has nowhere else to go. And when I break it, let's see. Yes, it only grows there. No, we're far enough from the grass so that we don't cause any accidents there. And yeah, and if I break it, yeah, we should get another one. I'm getting two blinks because I get one blink when it grows and one when I break it. But that doesn't matter because you can hear the two different clicks. You can hear the misfire click, which is fine. And just stand here, yeah, works perfectly. So we can get rid of this ugly thing, which started growing grass. We don't need that anymore. Ooh, this stuff is so easy to break, though. That makes me a little bit worried. And yeah, well, it's a floating farm, but why not? This is Minecraft. We can have floating farms. And I actually don't need any more of this stuff because I have already covered all the sea lanterns here. But like I said, I wanted to make this a little bit of a shorter episode where we don't do anything very complicated. And, well, yeah, the most complicated redstone machine that we made today was 4 blocks, which is great because it works. Actually, it's more blocks. It's 7 blocks because it contains buttons as well. The buttons are functional and pretty. They're not pretty. They're just functional. And yeah, I did a lot of grindy things in here. But that will be enough for today. Thanks a lot for watching and have a glowing day. Bye.